the sections of the 1999 Constitution is amended, I will ensure that this letter is forwarded to His Excellencies Siminalayi Fubara, GSSRS, Governor of Rivers State, within 7 days.
Hey, my people, something big is happening in Rivers State, and it is no longer a behind-the-scenes political fight. What many people feared, whispered about, and speculated on has now stepped into the open. The Rivers State House of Assembly has officially kicked off impeachment moves against Governor Siminalayi Fubara, and from every indication, this is not a joke, not a warning, and not a bluff. This is a full constitutional battle. The drama unfolded during a plenary session of the Rivers State House of Assembly, presided over by the Speaker Martins Amewole. The atmosphere, according to reports, was tense. Lawmakers were fully seated, cameras were rolling, and the mood in the chamber suggested that something serious was about to happen. Then came the moment the majority leader of the assembly, Major Jack, stood up and formally read out a notice of allegations and claims of gross misconduct against Governor Fubara. At that point, it became clear that the long-running crisis between the executive and the legislature had entered its most dangerous phase. According to the lawmakers, their action is firmly grounded in Section 188 of the 1999 Nigerian Constitution, which clearly outlines how a sitting governor can be removed from office. They insist this is not personal, not political vendetta, but a constitutional duty they said they can no longer ignore. The allegations themselves are heavy and deeply troubling if proven. One of the most explosive accusations is the unauthorized demolition of the Rivers State House of Assembly complex. Lawmakers claim that the governor either ordered or allowed the demolition without proper approval or legislative consent. To them, this was not just an administrative error, it was a symbolic and physical attack on the legislature itself. For many observers, this allegation alone speaks volumes. The assembly complex represents the voice of the people, and tearing it down without due process sends a strong message, one that lawmakers say they cannot accept. Another major allegation centers on extra-budgetary spending. According to the House, Governor Fubara spent public funds outside what was approved in the budget. In a country where accountability and transparency are already sensitive issues, this accusation raises serious concerns about how public money is being managed in Rivers State. The Assembly also accused the governor of withholding funds meant for the Rivers State House of Assembly Service Commission. They say this action crippled the legislature and weakened its ability to function independently. In simple terms, lawmakers are accusing the governor of using financial pressure to control or silence the House. Even more serious is the claim that Governor Fubara failed to comply with Supreme Court rulings on the financial autonomy of the House. If true, this goes beyond politics and into outright constitutional defiance, something lawmakers say they cannot sweep under the carpet. In total, 26 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly signed the impeachment notice, a strong signal that this move has wide support within the chamber. This number is significant, and it tells us that this impeachment process is not being driven by a small faction. Speaker Martins Amewole made it clear that the Assembly is not backing down. In very strong words, he said the House is determined to see the impeachment process through. He described Governor Fubara as a mistake for Rivers State and a threat to democracy. According to him, if lawmakers cannot stand by the Constitution, then they might as well resign and go home. That statement alone shows how deep the anger and frustration within the assembly has become. But the storm did not stop with the governor. The deputy majority leader of the House, Linda Stewart, also read out a separate notice of allegations and gross misconduct, this time against Odu. The accusations were equally serious. According to the assembly, Odu allegedly engaged in reckless and unconstitutional spending of public funds, obstructed the House from performing its constitutional duties, and connived to allow unauthorized persons to occupy offices without proper screening by the legitimate assembly. Lawmakers further alleged that she bypassed the recognized House of Assembly by approaching another group entirely for budget approvals. If true, this would amount to a parallel structure operating outside constitutional authority. There were also allegations of seizing salaries and allowances meant for lawmakers in the Assembly Service Commission, a claim that, if established, would deepen the crisis and further damage trust within government. Now, let's pause here because this is where the bigger picture comes in. This impeachment move did not happen in isolation. Rivers State has been under intense political tension for months. Power struggles, loyalty battles, and deep divisions between political camps have created an unstable environment. What we are seeing now is the explosion of all those unresolved conflicts. For many political watchers, this impeachment move is not just about governance issues. It is about control, influence, and survival in Rivers State politics. Governor Fubara now stands at a critical crossroads. By law, once the impeachment notice is served, which the Speaker says will happen within 7 days, the governor has the right to respond. How he responds will be crucial. Will he fight back legally? Will he seek political reconciliation? Or will this escalate into a full constitutional showdown? Another big question is what this means for the people of Rivers State. Impeachment processes are not just political theater. They create uncertainty, affect governance, scare investors, and distract from development. At a time when Nigerians are already struggling with economic hardship, political instability only adds to the burden. There is also the fear of escalation. Rivers State has a history of intense political confrontations. Many residents are worried that this impeachment move could inflame tensions on the streets if not carefully managed. Right now, the state is standing on a knife's edge. The assembly insists it is acting in defense of democracy and the constitution. The governor's camp is yet to fully respond. The court may soon be involved, and the people of Rivers State are watching, anxious, uncertain, and divided. One thing is clear: this is no longer ordinary politics. This is a battle that could reshape Rivers State's political future for years to come. As the drama continues to unfold, here are questions Nigerians are asking. Is this impeachment truly about the Constitution? Or is it the final battle in a long-running political war in Rivers State? If 26 lawmakers are already aligned, does Governor Fubara still have the political space to survive this storm? Could this move reshape Rivers politics permanently, or will it backfire on those pushing it? What happens to governance and stability in Rivers State if this crisis drags on? And most importantly, is this the end of Fubara's leadership or just the beginning of a bigger fight? My people, what do you think is really happening in Rivers State? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Your voice matters, and this conversation is far from over. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Gist Angle, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss our next update.
It's Gist Angle.